everyone, welcome back. Today we are creating Santa's workshop. I wanted to do a Christmassy build because it's almost Christmas. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought it would be a fun thing to build. But this is one of the bigger builds I've done. I don't know, I think it's like a 50 by 50 lot. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but yeah, it took me like, I want to say 3 days to do this build. There was just so much. And as you can see in the beginning, the structure again is already built. I did the windows, I did the doors, the roof. I did all of it just so I could decorate the outside and the inside and just have that for the builds because it was just so much. And I had to speed this video up even a little bit more than I normally speed it up because it's just so long. I mean, it's like 40 something minutes already. And I didn't want you guys to have to sit through every little detail because honestly, it would have been just too much. So, I mean, if you guys don't even want to sit through the 40 something minute video of me building it and talking through it, you could just skip to, I'll have the timestamps at the end because I do a little montage at the end with like Santa. Well, I took Granit Frost in here in the game and I just gave him like a family. Like I did Mrs.Frost and some elves and some reindeers. So I wanted to do like a little montage at the end. So I'll have that, and I think I'm probably still gonna add the screenshots too. So if you want to just skip to that part, you can. I won't feel bad. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, today I'm actually building in the, it's the vacation world. It's Granit Falls. And I made this a residential lot. You cannot do that normally in the game. I have a mod in my game. I forget who it's by, but I will tag all the mods and everything I used in like the build is not CC, just so you know. It's like a non-CC build. Everything's in the game, but I just use that mod just so I could build on this lot in Granit Falls because I really loved it. Was the lot that the park was on and just the background of it and like where it was placed. Like I just felt like it was like Santa like should be like in a vacation world, or I guess I should call him Clement. But yeah, I just wanted to build there. I don't know why. So I just used a mod to be able to make this house a residential lot in that world. So, I mean, if you don't use mods or you don't want to do that, you could just place this lot anywhere that it'll fit like in that size. Like it's not a big deal. I think there's like a lot in I want to say like the cottage living world, Henford on Bagley. There might be a size lot that this will fit on. I'm sure there's I think the Snowy Escape lot, that one on the top of the mountain that I built the cabin in the woods in, I think that lot is the same size as this, so you could always place this there because I did kind of think about placing that there, but then I already did the cabin in the woods before this, and I didn't want to delete that lot just to put this one there too, so that's why I did this here. But like I said, you could place this wherever you want. I just decided to do this there and use the mod. So yeah, that's why I'm just letting you know, because if you look at the background and you're wondering where this is, you know, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. But anyway, yeah, you could see that everything's done. I'm just decorating like the backyard, and I'm doing all the landscaping and everything. I wasn't really sure how I wanted this to go, so I kind of just built this as I went. Like I had no idea how I wanted this to look. I knew I wanted the main structure house and then the barn / workshop next to it, as you can see, because that's to the left. I knew that's as far as I wanted to go, but as far as landscaping and I don't know, the backyard, like I had no idea what else I wanted to put in this build. So it kind of just came together as I built it. Inside, I mean, as you can see, I put a big Christmas tree out front. I put a lot of Christmas wreaths and all that. It's very, very Christmassy. I used a lot of the stuff from the Seasons pack and that free holiday pack that we got with the Christmas and holiday items. That was a while ago. They gave it to us for free. It was like an update sort of thing, I think. But yeah, I used a lot of the items. So inside it's very red and white and green and gold and Christmassy. So if you don't like that kind of build, then this probably isn't for you. But like I said, I was just going with the holiday theme and the Christmas theme because this is supposed to be Santa's workshop. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, in the backyard, you'll see, I did like some garden plants and stuff. I was thinking like because the workshop and all that's like for Clement Frost and all that, like in the elves and stuff. And I wanted Mrs. Frost or Mrs. Claus, however you want to name them in the game. I figured like I wanted a spot for her, so I kind of gave her the backyard, and I figured she's very into gardening. You'll see I put a lot of plants in this build, a lot of flowers and stuff. So I added like all those garden plots and stuff like that for her, and then on the side of the barn you'll see like I do like a whole garden wall. Actually, it's like one of my favorite parts of this build. So yeah, I just did a lot of that for her, so that's why that's in like the little chicken coop, because I figured maybe she has her own chickens and eggs because she bakes a lot. I don't know. So yeah, and then to the right here where I'm putting these lights, I made that like a little Christmas tree farm, like maybe like they sell Christmas trees during the season. I just thought that was like a really cute thing, and I put like the little truck there from Debug, because maybe that's like they grow their Christmas trees and then they throw them in the back of that truck and they bring them to another like community lot for people to shop Christmas trees, or maybe they just have the people come to their, I mean, I figured this is kind of maybe like a secret spot, like Santa's shop isn't like well known, like they don't really allow normal like people to come here, like, you know, like this is their secret home. So maybe not, maybe they just drive the trees somewhere else, but I don't know. I just thought that Christmas, like having a little Christmas tree farm like on this property, it was just like I had to do it because it was just so cute, and I figured, you know, it's Christmas, it's Santa, it's Christmas trees, I don't know. So yeah, I just did that. And here I put like another little Christmas tree, like one of the decorated ones from, I think this one's from Seasons. I put that out on the front porch, and there's a lot of Christmas trees in this build. I think there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's like 5 or 6 Christmas trees at least in this build. I put a lot. So yeah, it's very, very, very Christmassy. But yeah, and then I just did these cute little, I like those little like, I guess they're like, are they nutcrackers, the little men standing up? I felt like that was really cute against like the front door, like they're guarding the house, like that's like for the walk, for like when you walk in the front door, like the little soldiers are standing there. I just thought it was really cute, so I just sized those up and put those out front. And then I just did those cute little snowmen light. I think those are from Seasons too. So yeah, I put that out front. And then out back here, I didn't do too much. I did like a little grill and like a little bench that they could eat on. Like I couldn't think of anything to really put back here, and I didn't want it to be too crowded. So I just figured it was this nice to put just like a little something for them to go out and like eat or whatever. And then I put this Christmas garland across the back because I wanted the whole house to have some sort of Christmas touch in each room and each spot. But like the living room and like the bottom level of the house is so Christmassy. So like I tried not to go over to the top. Like some of the bedrooms I kind of like didn't do too crazy, and like I tried not to put too much because I figured like the rest of the house was. So back here I just wanted a little bit of garland just to add that Christmas touch but not overdo it. And then I just put like a bunch of planters out here because I figured, like I said, this is like Mrs. Frost's spot. Like this is the backyard is like her spot. She does all the gardening and the planting and all that kind of thing. So I really had her in mind when I was building back here. And then here I'm doing like the little gardening side of the house, like against, like this is the inside of this is going to be like the barn for the reindeer, and then the other side of that is going to be like Santa's shop. You'll see I do that next, I think. But that planter stand right there, I think that's from Eco Lifestyle. Is that the one from? Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure. I love that, and I love all the like plants on it and the dirt and just everything they added to that to like make it look cluttered. I love that stand right there, and it was just so cute. And then that backdrop that I just changed to white, I think that's from Cottage Living. I just thought that was so cute to put in like the background. It had like all the vines around it and stuff. I just love that. So I put that back there, and then I just gave her a bunch of planters and stuff on the side and some gardening items. I just thought that was so cute, that little wall that I did. But yeah, now we're moving on to, this is gonna be the shed for the reindeer. In the game, I will link where I got them from. I downloaded reindeer from the gallery. I did not create them. I have the creators written down. Like I said, I will link them in the description so you could download them. They are dogs in the game, so they will bark and stuff, but they're made to look like reindeer, so I did that. And then there was custom content. Like I said, the build has no custom content, but my Sims that I added to this build do, but I did not load those to the gallery. So you can't download my Sim family. You can only download the build because I don't have any custom content on my gallery. So yeah, so when I say CC, I only mean for my actual Sims that I used just for like the little montage and the screenshots and stuff at the end, but they're not on the gallery and the build has no CC. So yeah, I did download custom content for the reindeers, and there's like little antlers that you can download, and they have like small ones and big ones. So I thought that was so cute. So I downloaded those. You'll see it at the end when I do the little thing. I have all the reindeers in the shots. I made, I think, 3 reindeer, and then the main one is Rudolph. He has a red nose. And then I only have 2 elves because I was going to use like MC Command Center to do like to expand my family. But then I was like, you know what? It's just for the screenshots and stuff. I don't need that many. But I know with MC Command Center, you can like expand and add more Sims to your family and make your so you could have more than 8 Sims. So yeah, and then so yeah, I did that. I gave them the antlers, and Rudolph, I gave him the biggest antlers because these pictures you're gonna see a ton of they're no CC gallery art that I got off the gallery. They're not custom content. They're just like, I guess like Sims just like paint from reference in people's games, and then they load them to the gallery. So they're no CC, but they are custom on the gallery. So I downloaded a lot of that art. Like I said in the description, I will tag everybody I got the art from so you can get it if you want it. But those cute little plaques with all the reindeer names on it, I had to add those in here. I thought that was so cute. And like in the pictures, you could see like over the regular reindeer names, they have like smaller horns, and then Rudolph has like those big like antlers. So that's where I went, so I gave the dogs or the reindeers in my game, the regular ones, like a little bit smaller antlers, and then I gave Rudolph like the big antlers. So that's where I was getting that from, was from the picture. But yeah, I just added like those to the back. Like I tried to they're supposed to look like stalls, and I realized at the end of this that that garland that's on that one stall, I forgot to add it to the rest. So before I upload to the gallery, I will fix that. But yeah, so I just added those little pictures, and I just figured that's where they put the reindeers. And then the stall on the right I had to expand on because I noticed the door was clipping into the wall. So I gave the bigger side to the right for Rudolph. So you'll see his pictures on that side by himself. And I gave him more hay and those little buckets. They were like debug buckets, and they looked like they had water inside. So I thought those were perfect to give the reindeers water. So I just added those in there. But yeah, now we're getting onto Santa's workshop, which I just attached to the shed, to the barn shed. So I figured they could be attached, but they're separated by that cute sliding door. I think that's from Snowy Escape. It might be. I could be wrong. But yeah, so I just did a cute little barn sliding door in there. I just thought that was really cute. And then, like I said, here's Santa's workshop. I just did a bunch of woodworking stations because I figured, the elves are creating toys for the kids. So I thought the woodworking station was perfect. And then over here, I just did some, crafts stands. This is all from Nifty Knitting, those shelving with, all the little crafts on the bottom, and then, the little rolling rack type of thing. Those are from Nifty Knitting, and the little paint pegboards on top are too, and then all these little toys. I just put those on top because maybe they're finished projects that the elves already did for the kids. And then over here, I think that's from Get to Work, but I could be wrong. That little computer desk sitting thing, I put a little computer on it, and then that screen over there, it looked like a screen of a map of the continents, you know what I mean? So I figured that's they're tracking Santa, or Clement Frost going around, how he's flying to the different houses and where he is. We could track Santa on, I know Alexa, I could track where Santa is. So I figured that map thing was perfect. The elves sit there and they type on their computer and they're okay, Santa, this is that, and they can talk to him in like a navigation type of sender. So I thought that was so cute. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add that in there because, like, you know, they help Santa out while he's flying around. So I thought that was really cute. And then I just added those filing cabinets because I figured like Santa has to fly to every kid's home and every house in the world. So maybe he has like every child on file, like, so he can keep track who's on the naughty and nice list. So that's why I did those files. And then back here, I just did some shelving. Those are from I can't think of the Dream Home Decorator. Those are just those like bins that you can connect to make like one big one. I just did that, and then I added a bunch of toys on there because I figured maybe those are like the finished toys that they're gonna send out to the kids. So yeah, I just did that. And then over here, this is just kind of like Santa's spot, like where he watches over. I did add some of those like cameras and stuff because like he watches the elves and makes sure that everything's going smoothly. Like, I don't think Santa's spying on them, but you know, I don't know. And then I kind of went back and I just added those little reindeer like decoration things from the seasons pack into the stalls just to kind of give it off like that's where the reindeer go. I don't know. And then I just added a bunch of clutter things in here. And again, here's another Christmas tree. I added, like I said, a ton of Christmas trees in this build. So you're just going to see them all over. And then I just like added like clutter over here and just like some extra storage. And I don't know, just like all his files and how Santa keeps track of everything. And then that wall back by Santa's desk, I didn't know what to put there. Like, I didn't want to put more like shelving, and I couldn't think of what to put over there. So I just decided to take those wall decals from, I think those are from seasons 2, and I don't know, I just thought it was cute. It's kind of like a feature wall in a way. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it looks stupid and you don't want to keep it. It's fine. But I just like the little Christmas trees, and then I took the little pictures of the presents and I put them behind the Christmas trees just to give it like a feature wall to fill it up, but you know, so it looks cute. And then over here I just added a fireplace, and I just moved Santa's desk to the corner because I didn't like the way it was sitting in the middle of the room. Like, I thought it looked weird, so I thought a fireplace with that picture over it just looked really cute. And then I strung up all those little cards, like those hand-painted cards, and like the little hand-painted like pictures on like the paper plate and stuff behind Santa's desk, because I figured maybe those were all the Christmas cards that he got from the kids that they left with his milk and cookies, and you know, he collects them and then he hangs them up by his desk so he could look at them every year. I don't know, that's just where I was going with that, so that's why I decorated it that way. And I just thought it was really cute because, like, maybe Santa's sentimental and, you know, he just likes to collect stuff from the kids that he goes and visits. So yeah, that's just kind of where I was going. And now we're getting into the main build of the house. So this is going to be the living room. The living room was kind of big. The layout of this house was really awkward. Like, I was trying to figure out the rooms and like how I wanted it to go. So like I said, I already did it. I already did like the flooring and the wallpaper and all that kind of stuff. Because I was trying to figure out the layout before I did the speed build, because it was just like very cookie cutter. Like, I couldn't make an open floor pan, and those were the staircases, and when you walk into the door, like, I couldn't figure out, like, I wanted it to be a big grand staircase, but I couldn't get 2 in there to look right. So I ended up doing 1, and I just kind of like turned it and stuff to kind of make it look sort of like a grand staircase. So yeah, that's why this is already done. And then this is the living room. This is going to be the main living room, like the seating area, like where they sit and they tell stories and, you know, like guests come over and hang out. And then I'm going to end up blocking off like that part to the left and putting like just a little wall divider, and that I just made like a little TV sitting room because I wanted them to have a TV, but I didn't want the TV to be in the main living area. Like, I wanted it to be its own little like cozy sitting area, like away from the main room, because I figured like the main living is where they entertain guests, or like I said, you know, I end up putting like the Christmas tree where they open presents and all that. Like, I figured that's like in that room, and then this is just like the little area where they could sit and like watch TV or just kind of hang out or whatever. So yeah, I did that. And then you saw I changed that wallpaper. I really, really, really like that wallpaper. I thought it was absolutely perfect with the colors. But with the red and green furniture and everything, it was just clashing too much. So I ended up putting up that wallpaper in their bedroom, like Mr. and Mrs. Frost Clement's bedroom, like the main bedroom. Because it had the red and the green and the yellow. And I put it in his office. You'll see it right back there. Like, the stripes, just, it was perfect for like Christmas. Like, it matched the colors. I think it's from the Cats and Dogs pack. but I love the colors, and I just loved the way it looked in this build, but it was just too busy for the living room, so I ended up changing the living room to this plain white swatch, and then I did a lot of red around the rest of the house, you could see. But I ended up leaving it in his office, and I did it in their bedroom because I really, really wanted to use that wallpaper twice in this build, and I just thought that's where it fit perfectly. But yeah, as you can see, I just put some couches and some little seating areas up by the TV. I put a little TV stand, and then I used those fuzzy rugs from the Snowy Escape Pack, and I did that in the green swatch, and I thought that was perfect because that's like kind of like the green side of the room, and then the living room is like the very red side of the room. So I did those fuzzy rugs that are red and white are from the high school pack, and I just sized up the red one twice, and then I think I sized the white one up once, and I just put the white one in the middle of the red, and I just thought it was really cute, and it just kind of added like a little I don't know, it just added a little something to it and made it look a little bit, stand out a little bit more, and that's just really it. And then here, like the living room, I'm just adding some photos. I do jump around a lot in this build. I apologize. I just kept finding items like that dining room table and stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll stick that in there so I don't forget it. And then like every time I was in the seasons pack, I was like, oh, I need this decoration and this decoration. So I kind of was just sticking them where I wanted them to go. So I did jump around a little bit in this build. So like I'll go back to the living room and stuff like that. Like here's the dining room. I did that table is from the seasons pack. It's like, or it's the holiday pack, I think. And I just love the Christmas runner and the little green on it. And then those chairs were from the My Wedding Stories, and they have like the little red bow on the back, and they're just like, they look a little fancier. They're like, you know, very done up. So I just love those chairs. I just thought those fit perfectly in here. So I did those chairs with it. And those high back sofas right there are from, I think those are from Cats and Dogs, and the chairs. I just love the high back sofas. I just thought they fit perfectly. Like, they look fancy, but they look cozy at the same time. So I just thought those fit perfectly in this build, and I knew I wanted to use high back chairs for where like Mr. and Mrs. Clement Frost, whatever, would sit. And I figured those they get the high back chairs, and then, you know, the couches are where their guests sit. So that's why I did that. And then over there I put like the Christmas tree to the right. Again, that's kind of like the main tree in this room. Like, I guess that's their main tree where they open presents and stuff. So I just put that to the corner with a bunch of presents around it. And then here I'm just doing a cute little stand with some extra Christmassy items, like the little hat and the little blowers and stuff, and another little nutcracker. I think that stand is from Dine Out, to be honest, that marble-y stand. But it matched the marble floors that I ended up using in the house, because I didn't want to have wooden floors in this build. I don't know why. I just wanted it to be like I wanted it to look fancy but cozy at the same time. So I figured the marble floors were the fancy part, and like the wallpaper was just like elegant and everything. But the house just gives off like a cozy vibe too, with the fireplaces and the decorations. So that's just kind of like where I was going with this build. But yeah, now we're moving on to just like the entranceway, like by the front door. And I didn't do a lot. Like, I added like little shoe racks against the staircase, and I added that little mail thing from the Everyday Clutter Kit. I put that on the wall, and the little hanging bags there, because I thought they fit perfectly over there. And then here I'm just doing like a little dresser, or like a little like stand. I think that's from Seasons 2, but I love the little metal detail on the front. Like, it matched like all the like that door frame right there, like that opening. What do you call it? It has all like the little framework on the top, and like outside, like the little spandrels have it all too. So I just thought that fit perfectly. And then I just did a bunch of like those letters. I think those are from Get Famous. I just did a bunch of those on top because I figured like Santa gets a lot of letters and like he just collects them all, and they're just like piling up, and then I did bins next to it. And then like that's from the Everyday Clutter Kit. I figured like this is where they're just like, they just get a ton of letters from kids, so there's just like a ton of clutter and boxes and bins and stuff everywhere. So that's why I just did a lot of that. And then over here, I just did like this little coat rack. I think these are from the Laundry Day kit. The original one I was going to put in that you saw that I deleted was from Seasons, but I didn't like the colors. Like, the colors were kind of clashing with everything. So this one had a white swatch. I know it has the brown in it, but it just fit the best. And I figured the brown tone was neutral enough where it didn't really clash too bad, because if you can see on the light fixtures, it has some of that brown in it. So I just figured it fit. So I just did that with some shoes. And then over here, I'm just doing another wreath. I did a lot of those Christmas wreaths, like around like the walls and stuff, like where I couldn't fit anything. And then those little things hanging on like the door frames and stuff, they're not exactly mistletoe. I think they're just like, I forget what they called it in the game, but it wasn't mistletoe. But I just figured I would hang those on the door frames to look like mistletoe. So I just thought that was like a cute little thing. Like every time you walk through a door, you're gonna walk under a mistletoe. So I just thought that was really cute, and with the little pine cones and stuff on there. And then over here by the fireplace, there were so many reindeers, and like I said, I added like 4 of them. So I just did like a little dog bed for them because I just thought that was cute next to the fireplace. Like, you know, they just lay there and they hang out with like while they're telling stories or having cookies and whatever they do in the living room. And then now we're moving on to the kitchen. Like I said, in this build, you're gonna see a ton of that no CC gallery art. I used it in every room. I just used so much of it because when I went on the gallery looking for it, there was just so much and they were all so cute. I couldn't decide what I wanted, so I just clicked on like every one and then just figured out what room I wanted to put them in. So yeah, so you're just gonna see a bunch of that. Like the ones in the kitchen were like food and cookies, so I added those. And then I added the cupcake maker or the cupcake station. I cannot remember where that pack that came from. I want to say Get Famous, but I'm probably wrong. It could be Dine Out. I honestly cannot remember where we got the cupcake station from. It might not have even come in a pack. But yeah, I had to add that because I figured like Mrs. Frost does a lot of baking. You know, like that's her thing. So I had to give her the cupcake station, and it just fit in that back corner so well that I just added it to the build because it was just perfect. So I did that, and then I took all those pictures with like the cookies and the cocoa and stuff, and I put that around that area because I just thought it was so cute. And then I used the counters and stuff. These are from Cottage Living. I just love that, like they look like nice and like I said, kind of like elegant, but they got that old like farmy look to them too. Like I just thought they were perfect, and the red and white just fit the color of the kitchen perfectly. Like it matched the flooring and the wallpaper, so I just thought it was so cute. So yeah, I added those. And then that stove, that might just be a base game stove. I don't know. But I just liked the old look of it, like the old worldy, like it's an old gas burning stove with the wood underneath, because they live like around a lot of trees, and like maybe they cut down the wood and they add that to the stove so that she could cook. Like I don't know, I just love the way it looked with the whole theme of the house. So yeah, I added that because I just thought it fit perfectly. And then I gave the kitchen a I gave it a dishwasher because I figured like there's a lot of people living here, so you know, she has got a lot of dishes to do. Although I know Granit Falls comes with like, I think it's like 500,000 simoleons or something. Like he's rich. I used, as you can see, like, because I used him in the build. In the beginning, I was in build mode, and then when I started building this, I used him. Like I moved him into the house so that I could get winter, so the build was snowy while I was outside, because you could see it switched from like regular, like plain build, like no snow to snow, because I moved him in because I wanted snow in this build while I was building and taking screenshots and stuff. So as you can see at the bottom, if you could see that, like he started with 500,000 simoleons, and I think by the end of this he had like 200,000 simoleons from all this stuff I put in this build, because I just used that money to build. But yeah, he comes with a lot. So if you want Granit Falls to move into this house, I forget how much it was. I don't know how much this build actually ended up being in total, but I'm sure if you use Granit Falls to move in here, he could probably afford to buy this place. So yeah, you shouldn't have any problems. To be honest, when I move my Sims into a build, I kind of use that cheat, like the free build cheat. So I don't know, I'm just bad with that, but yeah, you'll probably end up moving him in here, so I don't think you'll have an issue. But yeah, I just cluttered the kitchen a little bit. I didn't do too much. I did like some of those Christmas decorations there to the left, and then all those, like, I had to add those, what do you call them? The, smocks. They're not called smocks, whatever, on the wall, because they had those, like, Christmas colors, and I figured, like, Mrs. Frost wears those while she's baking. So yeah, I just added that, and then I just added some of these like a little milk pail on there, and then I did like the little coffee station, and then I did some like hanging plant things over the stove, because I figured like she has her own herbs and stuff, and then like she uses them for cooking, so I just hung those over the stove. I just thought they fit really cute. And now we're just going back to the dining room. That chest that with the table with like all the plates in it. I think that's from Cats and Dogs. I don't get to use that because it's so big, but I decided to put that in this build because it just fit that wall perfectly. So yeah, I put that there, and then that little table is from the holiday pack that you saw when I was in there. I just put that in the corner because it had the little curtain on it, and it was the tablecloth, and it was so cute. Here, I decided to do the trick where you build your own piano with the keyboard, and then you use the tables from Cats and Dogs I used, and then I just put one in front, and then I raised the other one and turned it backwards and put it against it. So I decided to just create my own piano because I wanted to put something in that corner, but a regular piano was too big, and I've seen other people do that trick. So I did that with this build, and then I used the tool mod, which is, there's no CC in this game, but I used the tool mod, and I just rose a little open book that's in debug, I think, and I put shelves against the piano, and I just rose that up to make it look like sheet music. So that's what you saw there, and then I just put another picture from the gallery over that. So yeah, I wanted that in that corner, and then that was just Santa's office that you just saw me talk right over. Nothing in there, I just a little desk and a computer and a little bookshelf and some seating, because I thought maybe Santa has meetings with the elves or something in there. It wasn't anything too crazy. I made it pretty simple in there. And then here is going to be the downstairs bathroom. Again, I didn't do anything crazy. I just did some counters and stuff. I apologize if you just saw that. For some reason, my camera in this game freaks out so much, especially with the walls down and up. I don't know if anybody else has that issue, but throughout this whole build, I was having so much trouble with the camera in here. I don't know what was going on, but it was giving me such a hard time, and it kept spazzing out, jumping around, and it was just driving me crazy. So I tried to cut as much of that out as I could, but some of it I just couldn't. So I apologize if the camera jumps around in this build. But yeah, this is just the downstairs bathroom. As you can see, I just added some laundry. I did a little washing machine and dryer in here because it was so big. I didn't know what else to add, so I just added that with some laundry bins on the side, and then I just put a little side table over there with some candles and stuff. It wasn't anything crazy. And then there's more gallery art in there that you saw that, like I said, I'm gonna tag everybody in my description. But there's like I said, I use it in almost every room in this house, so you'll see it everywhere. And then here I'm moving into the sunroom, the garden room. I decided to add this because, like I said, Mrs. Frost in this game, to me, was very big into gardening. She's very big into plants and all that kind of stuff. That's what I had in my head while I was telling the story behind this build. So I wanted to give her this little sunroom on the side of the house with planters, like the ones on against the wall are from Eco Lifestyle. They're the tall, where you can put garden vegetables and stuff in it, you could grow stuff. And then I gave her the really expensive those hydro garden spots, because I figure they're kind of rich so they could afford it. So I put those I just put 2 of them in there, but I think those give you an advantage to your garden, to growing plants. So yeah, I did that right there. And then I just did some I did the flower arranging table, and I did the candle making table because I figured maybe she makes candles, and that's part of the gifts that go out to people on Christmas. You know what I mean? Maybe she helps out, and it's not just the elves. She creates candles and gives them to people as gifts, or maybe she just gives them to her friends as gifts. So I wanted to have the candle making table in there. And then I just added those little streamers that are Christmas streamers around the top, because like I said, I wanted to add a little bit of Christmas to each room, but I didn't want every room to be so Christmassy, over the top, because the living room and the dining room and the kitchen, they're all very over the top with Christmas decorations. So in the garden, I wanted it very minimal, but just enough to look Christmassy. So I did that. And then here we're moving on to the main bedroom. This is Mr. and Mrs. Frost's bedroom. Like I said, I added a fireplace because where the fireplace is outside, it comes up to this room. So I figured it was perfect to have that fireplace on that wall as a nice little, like I said, I wanted this to be cozy, like a little sophisticated and a little fancy, but also cozy at the same time. So I figured the fireplace added a little bit of fancy, And then, like, the wallpaper and, like, that bed is from Cats and Dogs. I figured that just kind of adds, like, to the cozy vibe. Like, it's a little, not cabin-y, but, like, I don't know. It's, like, it's kind of, like, I don't know how to explain it. I love that bed. I just love the frame on that bed and everything. I just think it's so cute. So I just had to add that. And the red and white bedding just matched perfectly. And then I just did these 2 little high back chairs. I think, those might be from Cats and Dogs too. I added those here. Yeah, they might be. I could be wrong. But I just like the green swatch on that with like the little stripes. I just thought it like matched the coloring of this house perfectly. And I thought the green matched the wallpaper, like the green on the wallpaper matched those chairs perfectly, and the red matched, so it all just kind of like came together, and the swatches were just perfect with each other. So I did that. And then I just added like a little knitting bin, because I figured like I give Mrs.Frost in this game her own knitting room. Like I use the Nifty Knitting Kit and I make her own room for her. You'll see it in the back corner. So I just gave her that in this room because maybe she comes in here and knits too, and right in front of the fireplace, and maybe Mr. Frost sits there and reads a book or whatever and she knits. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was like a cute little cozy thing. And then I just did a couple clutter items. Like I used those glasses from the Everyday Clutter Kit. I put one on his side and one on her side because I figured, you know, they both use glasses. I don't know. I just thought that was like a cute item to put on there. And I just rose it up a little bit with the tool mod and put it on top of that little notebook on her side table. And then here I'm just adding one of those, it's like the, what do you call it? I don't know. Like the little vanity. It's a vanity from, I don't know what pack it's from, but I gave her a vanity. I can't remember what pack it's from. And then I just did a little bit of makeup, and a little bit of like the makeup and the jewelry are from the Everyday Clutter Kit. And then some of that makeup is from like the high school pack, and then the I forget what that kit is. Not kit. It's that one that came with the butler. But that's where those little perfume bottles and stuff came from. I can't remember. But yeah, I didn't make the room too cluttered. Like, I didn't want it to be too crazy. Like, I wanted it to be kind of minimal, but like have enough little clutter to look lived in. And I didn't want to make it too Christmassy because, like I said, the rest of the house is just so over the top that I figured like their room was kind of their escape, and they don't have to deal with all that Christmassy stuff. Like, I did give them a tree and stuff, but nothing too Christmassy. But yeah, here we're moving into the ensuite bathroom, and instead of putting a door on this time, I decided to do like a open, God, why can't I think of the word of that? Like the frame. I didn't want to give him a door because I don't know, I just felt like it made it look more cozy and just like, I don't know, fancier when you don't have like a door on the bathroom. You could just like walk right through. I just figured that was cute, and they could walk right through the bathroom and go right into their walk-in closet. Like, they're very fancy. They have that really pretty clawfoot tub right under the window. Like, I just thought this bathroom looked very elegant and fancy and cozy, and I don't know, I just love it. And then I hid the shower in the back. Like, I just did like a little wraparound wall, and I just hid the shower in the back, so it wasn't like in the build. Like, it was kind of hidden because I didn't want it to like be standing out, because I don't know, I didn't like the way the shower looked, so I just made that like behind the wall. But the tub I wanted to be shown because I just thought that was cute and it looked really fancy in here. So yeah, I did that. And then in here in the walk-in closet, again, I used more of this shelving from the Dream Home Decorator kit. And I did a lot of the clothes cabinets and stuff because I didn't want to have to fill it up too much. But I did just enough where I can add like these shoes, and then I take the hanging clothes from the same kit in here, and then I add some of these baskets with like towels in it. Like, I didn't clutter it up too much, but I wanted it to look, you know, somewhat cluttered, like with clothes and shoes and stuff. Like, you know, they use the closet. But like, I didn't go over the top. And then yeah, like there I added another one of those garlands over the bed because I figured it just gave it that little bit of Christmas pop, like just enough to make it look nice, but not like too over the top. And then I just put a little bit on this one wall over the closet. That was it. I didn't put it all the way around the closet. I just put it over that one wall because, like I said, I just wanted it to look like that little bit of Christmas in here, but just enough like where it wasn't too overpowering. And then I put these like dressers and stuff from, I think those are just base game dressers, but they look like that old-timey like wood dressers, so I just put those in there because I figured maybe they were handed down and they've kept them over the years, so they just put those in their closet. So yeah, I did that. And then over here, there's 2 guest bedrooms. I didn't do anything. Like I said, they just have like no CC gallery art in these, and then they're very, very plain. Like they're the same. I did the same bed in different color swatches, the same end tables, the same dresser, the same mirror. All of it's the same in each room. They're just different colors. Like this is the red room. I just did them like color wise in the rooms. Like I said, this is the red room, and then the one next to it is going to be the blue room. So yeah, that's just how I did it. But I figure these are just like guest bedrooms. These aren't like anything fancy. Like they're cute, and they have like I said, the art that kind of looks Christmassy and stuff. And then I did a couple of those little like I don't know what those are, like the things on the end tables with like the candles and stuff. I figured that adds a little bit of Christmas touch to it, but just enough to look cute. And then the lighting, that lighting with like the little ribbons and stuff, and like the little Christmas thing in the middle, like that light. I thought that was just so cute, and that adds just enough Christmas to it, but not enough. Like here I switched it to the blue swatch with the little snowflakes on it because it just matched the blue room. But the bed's the same. It's just a blue colored swatch. And then I use that mirror from Jungle Adventure. I just love that mirror. I think it's so pretty, and it just fit the build so nice, and it was just like the fancy mirror, and I don't know, I just liked it, so I added that to each room. And then that was really it. Those are just 2 guest bedrooms. Like I said, I didn't do anything crazy in there. It's all the same furniture. So yeah. And then here we're moving on. I know this looks like a kid's room, but in my mind, this is the room for the elves. If you see, I might have skipped over it, but that door right there is actually one of those hidden bookcase doors. There, you could see it. I didn't want this room to look like a kid's room, but at the same time, I wanted it to look sort of childish and like fun, and like this is like the elves' escape from like all their work they have to do and stuff. Like I don't know, like I love that kitty wallpaper. Like I just thought it was like fun and bright and vibrant, and I don't know, I just loved it. And then these pictures I got off the gallery with like those little puppy dogs, oh, they were so cute, and I just thought they built perfectly like this room. So I did those, and then like the back wall here I did yellow, and the other wall against I did a plain blue because I didn't want that like busy wallpaper through the whole room. So I just did that, and then I did bunk beds because like I said, I only added 2 elves to my family, but I figured if you're adding like a bunch of like elves, like they would like share a room and they would have bunk beds. So that's why I put this in here. And then I just did a desk with like those little like I don't want to give them a computer, but I gave them the little tablets in there to use. And I don't know, like I said, I didn't want this room to look childish, like for kids. But yeah, I wanted it to look fun and vibrant because I just figured that's how the elves are. They're very fun and childlike, I guess, is what I was going with. So yeah, that's what I did here. And then I gave them a little tree with presents around it. And like I said, I just wanted this room to look fun. In my build, like when I do the family, here I'm just moving on to their bathroom. It's very simple, as you'll see. Like I'm not even gonna like go over it, but in my builds when I did create like Granit Frost and Mrs.Frost and all that, the elves I used, I did young adults because I think young adults, like children in the game, can't use the woodworking station, I don't think. And for my little montage at the end, I wanted them to be like working at the table and stuff. So I did make young adults as the elves in the end, you'll see. But I did use a CC. Like I said, it's only on my Sims. It's not in the build, so I didn't add them to the gallery. But I did use that in my game. It's like the height slider CC, like you could, or mod, I guess it's a mod. I added that to my mods folder so that I can make the young adults shorter than the rest of them, so they look short like elves. So I did do that. So in the end, if you could tell, they'll be shorter than the rest of the Sims because I did use that mod to make them shorter, because like I said, I wanted the elves to be able to work the woodworking table in the end, like in my little screenshots and stuff like that, but I knew I couldn't make children, and I thought that was kind of weird if I did anyway. So yeah, just as a heads up, I did use that for them, but like I said, the build itself has no CC in it. But yeah, here we're moving on. This is Mrs. Claus's little knitting room. This one came together very fast. Like I had no trouble building this. I added the sofas and the desk and the chair, all that's from the Nifty Knitting Kit. The little rolling rack that's on the side there, the little stands, like on the wall, the little wooden display case thing, these little poofs that are in the corners, that's all from the Nifty Knitting Kit. I just love the colors, the green of those sofas with the red on the wall. Like, the green sofas match like the wallpaper, and then I love the red wooden border around the room with that wallpaper. The room looks so cute, and it just matched perfectly. I did give them rugs, like I did the rug flooring. I didn't do wooden flooring in here because I thought the rug just looked perfect, like it just matched. So I didn't do any wooden floors in this house. I gave like all the bedrooms rugs, just because it looked right. And then over here, like I said, I just added a bunch of these little like Christmassy stand, like decorations and stuff. And yeah, that's really it. Like this room, like I said, came together really fast. It was just really cute. I love that little board over there with like all the wrapping paper and the paint and like all the little pegboard and stuff from the Nifty Knitting Kit. Like, I thought that was cute. Like she has all her crafts that she does in there. Like, I just thought it was perfect. And yeah, we're just moving on to the hallway now. There, I just added another one of those snowman lights, and then of course I put another Christmas tree in here at the end of the hallway. And then here I'm putting those little nutcracker soldier things against their bedroom door, because I thought maybe they were like keeping guard, and like that's their main bedroom, you're not allowed in there. So I thought those were really cute to put against the door, like little soldiers. And then I did another like little reindeer statue there. And then this table right here, I think it's from the holiday pack. I really, really like that tablecloth on there with like the little flowery mistletoe type print. It was just so cute. That's why I added with that in the hallway. And I just added like a little Yule log on top, and then this little like I don't know, like these little candles and stuff from the holiday pack, with the little greenery and stuff on them. I just thought that was really cute. And then, again, there's just a bunch of no CC gallery art in the hallway. I wanted the hallway to be very Christmassy, but like the bedrooms weren't too over the top. So I just made the hallway very Christmassy because I wanted like that to be that. And then I'm just adding these rugs. But yeah, this is it for the build. So if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And just leave any comments you guys have for me in down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.
Yinba, Wefa.
That's nice.
HootoftheSims. No, me with HootoftheSims. Hammery Quas. Dope. Quabba chips. Yoyum. Misu. Raus Fredashay. Yoyum. Prims Kubarao. Jebado.
Swingle Bosby Lorn, who bed bunnies or beef whips and new beef booze a day. Hey, Wingle Zip, Swingle Zip, Swingle Bosby Lorn, who bed bunnies or beef whips and new beef booze a day. Hey. Oh, Nova? Woo!
Huh? Shaladya?
Unazoy Tabashish, Shinkor Falaru.
Alubaz, Risham. Oh!
Huh? Wendy! Sweet.
You're like Sardu Fiara. Soyash Bamba de Criffle. Calgo. Calgosh de Boo. Alonate. Feferu. Sans Shagaro. Oh, Rospa!